Are we live? Rob?
Yeah, mate. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't hear.
Hang on. Fix your hair up, mate.
know.
It's a bit messy.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
man. Yeah. That's why I wear the hat because, the
Keeps the nits under
hair
control.
looks always. Well, yeah, that's right. Keeps
Hang
the
on.
nits under
Something's
control.
going nuts over here.
Go to Wix.com and set up your store on
Yes, Wix.com.
You know what you're doing over there, mate? Are we good to go? Or do you know what you're doing?
I got stuff happening. All right, are we on? All right, I think we're on.
Are we on?
I don't know. Somebody comment. Tell us if you can hear us okay. Hang on, we can get a hello. Oh, Jack Turtle's on. We've got
Ground
Nas.
control to Major Tom.
I think we're all here. It's looking good.
We're live. Excellent.
Jack Turtle. And we got what we'll do, just do this, eh? We'll do this, and then we'll do this, and then we'll do this.
Look at this. Look at this fancy stuff Ed's got going.
Hey,
little lower thirds, and hey, this is a bit flash.
Jack Turtle. Are you ready for
the get something like this for the Wanderer HQ? I think
you reckon?
Step up my production game. I think this is
studio
pretty
HQ.
good.
All right, so we got Gay and Carol are here with us.
Yeah. Howdy, folks. How are we all?
You can answer him back. He
Rob
doesn't.
Looks like he got his hair done just for the show. Just for you, Naz. Just for you. I was hoping you'd tune in, mate.
Nash, you'll notice I had a shave today, so I'm looking my best.
Looking very sharp, Ed. Looking very sharp, mate.
Thanks, mate. So how was your day today, Rob? Did you busy day at work?
Yeah, busy day at work. Pretty hectic, and only just made it in time, folks. So lucky I'm here. There's probably only about 10 minutes to spare, really, at the end of it. But we're here, and that's all that matters.
He clearly didn't get his hair done. No, I didn't get my hair done.
What are you talking about? I think you look fabulous, mate.
Thanks. Mud Duck too. I bumped into him up at Dargo's. It's amazing the people you bump into in YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely. Saw adventures. Put your hat on, Rob. Righto.
Put your hat on, Rob.
Better give the people what they want.
Who's the guy? There we go. Who's the guy without the hat? Good on you, Mark.
Yeah. Never seen this guy before.
Now, before we start, where's your keyboard?
The keyboard lives, everybody. The keyboard has survived. I'm not going to press a button because I don't want to end the live stream by accident.
No.
It looks like it's turned off, but it does work. It does actually work. So she survived. The beer, it's a bit out of shot, but the beer is actually right next to it, but I haven't cracked it yet. So speaking of which, I better do that. Have you got yourself a drink?
You got one?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, just cracking mine here, mate. You got one?
Just pass. Remember what I said the other night?
You're out.
Walks around camp without a empty stubby holder. Come on.
You can't walk around with an empty stubby holder. Stand by, mate. Hang on. Here's one for you. There you go.
Got it. Thanks, mate.
Beauty. Nice work. You can't walk around with an empty stubby holder, mate. That's just sacrilege. You can't do that. Cheers, big ears.
Yes. Now, again, Carol, I want to know what beer that was.
This is a Queensland a Great Northern, and Great Northern Brewing Co. They made it Milton, the old Milton Mango. If all you Queenslanders will know what that is, Milton Mango, 4X company.
There you go. So you have to tell a story about your keyboard because you'll probably hear that people here that weren't in your live stream that wouldn't know what happened to your keyboard.
Yes, of course. So it's just out of shot, unfortunately. But I'm at a table here, and the keyboard was sitting there. I was doing a prize giveaway on my last live stream, which was also my first ever live stream, giving away prizes to everyone watching and that sort of stuff. A whole lot of fun. I got a bit too excited over a first aid kit, essentially, and I've picked up the first aid kit here, and I've just hit the beer, and it's just gone all over my brand new flashy keyboard with all the flashing coloured lights and everything. And there was beer everywhere. It was a bit of a disaster. Beer went all over the questions. It was a bit chaotic, but we pushed on, and it was a whole lot of fun. A heck of a lot of fun.
Talking about questions.
Oh, look out.
Already formatted. Okay. You ready for your first two questions?
I am, mate. I'll just before you do, I'll just say a quick hello to everyone. G'day, Phil.
Yeah, better do that.
G'day, Naz. Freddie, good to see you, mate. Rosie Savvy, that's a new name. And Terry, Jacqueline, Steve, g'day. Terry G, could see you on there as well, mate. G'day, how are you? Good to have you all here. Glad you could all make it and give up your Friday night to spend it with these two bozos.
Yeah. All right, now we're going to get into the serious questions really early in the interview. I'm sorry, but we're going to a hard-hitting question. The one that the audiences need to know is your star sign and your favourite colour.
My star sign, mate, I'm a Leo the Lion. Leo, a proud Leo, an absolute proud Leo. What was the other one? My favourite colour?
Yeah, your favourite colour.
Favourite colour?
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I got you on this.
That's a darn good question. Well, everything. I wear a lot of black at work, but black's not a colour.
Black's not a colour.
That's right. Favorite colour. I'll get back to you. Wrap it up at the end. I can't handle the pressure of that question.
Okay, this was called. What do we call this shot again? This is an establishment, and then we go
the establishment shot. Yep. The tight. This is where the pressure comes on. You can see the sweat coming down from all these hard questions.
Is that one? With the hard questions, yeah.
It's like Tracy Grimshaw.
But I'm sort of not built like Tracy Grimshaw because I've lost a bit of weight since then. But yeah, we'll just move on from that.
And I'm like some dodgy politician who's just trying to keep out of jail.
No, I do not take bribes. Not regularly,
you
anyway.
Do not take bribes. Oh, well, I'm stuffed then.
All right, now you ready for this one? This is a hard hitting. Listen to the question. You ready? What was your first experience in camping?
My first experience in camping. Young fella, like probably most of us, very, very young, 5, 6, 7 years old, whatever it was. And going out camping to a little spot in Western Queensland, southwestern Queensland, had a little river there. And me and my old man and a couple of his mates or whatever would go, and it's got a river that flows through it. And I used to be obviously young enough and small enough that he could pick me up and he'd launch me into the river from the side of the bank. And it was a heck of a lot of fun. I just remember that. And I remember the cold water in the mornings, washing yourself with the soap, standing in the middle of the river, all the rest of it in the middle of winter, -1 or whatever, standing there trying to get the soap all up here and washing yourself in a freezing cold river with fish swimming past and everything. It was amazing time. And that campground is still my favourite campground.
Where's that?
The memories and the fun and all the rest of it.
Where was it? Share it with everyone.
Texas, in Queensland. Yeah, it's a free camp, but they've got like a donation box out at Texas there, and it goes to the Lions Club and all that sort of stuff, and they maintain the little campground right on the border there. The Demarest River, I think is what it's called, and right at Texas there. What happens is when you camp there, if you walk up to Texas into the town, you go to the IGA or the pub, either one, they'll drive you back to your camp, which is pretty
Oh,
cool.
That's what you want, isn't it? You want to get absolutely.
I think that's.
You want to have
awesome.
a few, sippy time.
That's it. A few tins, yeah, absolutely, and they'll drive you back. Or if you're going up to do shopping and you got all the bags, they'll drive you back to your camp, which is really, really cool. So Texas, Queensland, folks. Couldn't recommend it more.
Queensland.
Yeah.
That one that how Albertville was in the rain the other week. The drive in, let's just say, was interesting down the hill with the camper trailer on the back. And then when I got the camp, it sort of rained a lot. And then we set up camp in the rain. But as you saw, I had my nephews with me, so I've got them well trained. So they set up their own camp. While Uncle Edwin had a little drink with his mates. So it was good.
Good man. That's how I like it.
They're good boys.
That's how camping should be.
Look at that. Store Adventures, $2.99.
Soar Adventures with the tip.
Mate,
how good's that?
Hey, look at that. $2.99. I could almost buy a coffee if I had an extra cent. It's all right. I'll find an extra cent. Don't you worry about that. All right.
Great work, Soar Adventures. That's awesome.
Thanks.
No one feels as though they need to do that. That's really cool. Yeah.
All right.
That's awesome.
You ready? Another hard-hitting question. I'll try and find a hard-hitting question. You ready? This is on the list I emailed you.
Too bad. I've completely forgotten them.
Apart from your camp oven, which is a bit of an in-joke, if you watch his videos, you'll understand why. What's your favourite piece of camping equipment you would not leave home without?
Oh, mate, this is hard. What do we got? What's my favourite piece of camping equipment? Okay, so we're talking actual camping, not full.
Yeah, something you take where you wouldn't go camping without it.
It would have to be now. I've bought myself the Bunker Pro, and I absolutely love it. I've gone from the swag up to it's a stretcher tent, essentially, or a stretcher swag. Absolutely love it. The Bunker Pro. I've got a video coming out on it shortly. They're pretty exy, and I brought it without testing it, obviously. And I'm glad I did. Probably that matched up with the Xped 10 mat that goes inside it. It's comfier than my bed here at home, here at Wanderer HQ, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Xped 10 mat with the Bunker Pro. If I had to pick one of those two, though, I'd probably go the mat because it is just so comfortable. It's self-inflating, all the rest of it. Little Xped mat. Look them up, folks, if you want to get one or you're thinking about it. Don't even consider anyone else. Just go straight to them. Bit exy, bit expensive, but an amazing bit of kit.
Yeah, sometimes you've got to spend the extra money to get the good gear. I know we all you love or you hate Kings, but Kings have put themselves in the market so you can get yourself started camping. And once you upgrade, just things get more and more comfortable. It's like I heard I heard you've got a camper van coming soon. Is there a little camper trailer? Is that in We've done the wide shot, mate. So come on, we've got to have a look at it. Rob's got a new camper van, a camper trailer.
Oh, the camper trailer. I've got it here. Let me just take it off the tow hitch. Hang on. Here it is.
There's his new camper trailer.
She's good to go.
Look at that.
Hang on, I'll just get the hitch up. There we go. Beauty. Look at that. Comes with lights and everything.
Oh, you got it. So that's your new camper trailer.
That's the new camper trailer, mate. I tell you, and she goes great guns.
I just had to put it in there because of what you did at Bucks thing, which was really cool.
Oh, mate, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, absolutely. Shame you didn't get there, Ed. I know you were trying to get up there, mate.
I know. Well, I did that Simpson trip, and there's a big story about that, but that's for another time because we're all about you right now, not me.
Oh, mate, it's not about me. It's about everyone.
Hey, look at this. We're in the big Bucks now. Phil.
Oh, Phil.
Hang on. Got to give the Phil thumbs up.
Mate, thumbs up. That's a big thumbs up, mate.
What a legend, mate. What a legend.
You've just got yourself that coffee, mate. How good's that?
I know. I can almost get 2 coffees for that, so I'm killing it.
That's exactly right. Yeah. How's the chat going? What have we got going on in here? What's happening?
The Ranger won't handle that.
Go the Mitzi, says Terry G. Yeah, look, I rate them. Mitzi's the Pajeros, mate. I think they're great. The Ranger won't handle that. Oh no, what are they talking about? The Ranger, mate, she's good as gold.
Oh, hang on. Check this one out. You ready?
$10.
Now I've got to pay him back. Thanks, Nas.
Oh,
everybody knows
that. Well done, Nas.
If you don't know Nas, you should know Nas. All right.
That's right.
How are we going for any weird questions at the range? You can handle anything. Yeah. Talking about Pajeros, as some people may or might know, I'm a member of the Pajero Club here in Victoria, and there's always a token Pajero on the trip. More Toyotas than Pajeros, but don't tell anybody. No, the Padges go good. The Padges are a good unit. Yeah, they're a great car. Yeah, I don't want to ever own one because I got a Toyota. Talking about cars.
Yeah.
Tell us about your Forby, mate.
The four-wheel drive, Ford Ranger 2016 XLT, metallic silver, I think they call it, or metallic aluminium, or something. Whatever it is, it's really hard to get the little patch paint for it. Put it that way, whatever they want to call it. She's got the 2-inch lift. Haven't gone crazy on tires. 32s, pretty stock standard. I'm scared of the dark, so I've got 1,000 steady lights all over it. It's going to get a little bit out of control. Unfortunately, Steady haven't provided me any. They've all come out of my own pocket, which it is what it is. But she's like I light up the night sky. Put it that way. You definitely know I'm coming. So it's space cab. So it's slightly unique in sizing as well. So trying to put a canopy or anything on the back is pretty tricky, and also expensive. So the difference between a standard dual cab and a space cab, just for the size and dimensions of a canopy, and the price difference is astronomical. It really is. It's but I love the fact it's a space cab. It's got the suicide doors, but the fact it's a space cab means it is a bigger tray, so you can get more.
You got something to throw your rubbish as you go down the road.
Well, that's exactly right. Throw the tins in as I'm driving along. That's right. Yeah, no, absolutely love it. I've got the tonneau cover on at the moment, and still torn as to whether to do a canopy setup or not. I love having a ute. As soon as you put a canopy on a ute, it's no longer a ute.
Never thought of putting a tray, like a tray body with a canopy thingy rather than a fiberglass job, putting a custom made one.
Yeah. So there's a couple of companies out there, a couple of Queensland companies as well that do the custom job. Norwell, yeah, they do one.
They do a good canopy.
Yeah, again, it's just the dollars. I mean, if they're out there, Norwell, mate, give us a call.
Yeah, give us a call, mate. Norwell, I got a mate that's got a Norwell on his 79 series, and it just goes, it's beautiful. Never an ounce of dust in it. Hello, look at this bloke here. It's my brother from South Australia.
Oh, g'day, Pat.
Yeah,
Pat Reddick.
That'll
Family
do him.
affair, mate.
Yeah, that'll do him.
Robin Green, big hello to the Motley Crew. Yeah, g'day everyone, Motley Crewers. So Motley Crew, Ed, you might not know, is sort of a little nickname we've given ourselves. There's a couple of us YouTube, Saw Adventures and a few others, and Australian Camping, Four-Wheel Drives, all those guys, Phil and Terry and stuff. And we call ourselves the Motley Crew. I threw it out in a video a couple of weeks ago. I wasn't even thinking of anything. I just go, we'll all get up there with the Motley Crew, and it's stuck, which is pretty cool.
So you get out of your guitars and your drums and the singing.
That's right. Well, I could start singing if you like. If you
no, it's okay. No, I'm sure there's a mute button here somewhere. All right, so the Ranger's been good to you. Love the Ranger,
mate. Love it. Just hit 200,000 clicks, and just did the 200,000 service. So pulled the manifold apart. Basically pull the engine apart, the injectors, the whole lot, cleaned them all out. I'll put some before and after photos on Insta next week, and just so you can see the difference, the amount of soot and oil and gunk that builds up on the manifold after 200,000. I'm the second owner of the car. I don't know if the previous owner ever did it. So I bought it at the 100,000 mark 3 years ago, and I've put 100,000 on it in the last 3 years.
Well done.
And or 2.5, whatever it is. And so, I'll put the photos up on Insta next week. So check them out, and you'll see the difference in cleanliness from 100,000 at least, possibly 200,000.
So do you run a catch can with it or anything like that?
Yeah, got a catch can in there, and the diesel fuel filter and all the rest of it.
One filter or two filters?
Manager.
One or two?
Just the one. Yeah, just.
Okay. Yeah. Mate of mine. I've got all these mates that I own Toyotas, but it is what it is. He was, they were doing a trip. They went to Birdsville, back down. They decided to go up to Uluru or Ayers Rock, depends on which side of the stone you go on. Went up to there and then started heading up towards the top end and got a dose of bad fuel. But because he had two filters, he picked it up on the second one. So you got to be careful with your fuel out there.
Yeah.
But because I've got
the standard filter. Yeah, I've got the standard one and then a fuel manager one.
Yeah, that's the one you want.
Yeah. They call themselves. Yeah. So I guess technically I've got two, but thankfully I didn't get any bad fuel. I was worried about it when I went out Birdsville way a couple of years ago now. But luckily I got lucky. And obviously trips coming up this year, I'm a little concerned about some places we're going to go, but it's a risk you take. You want to go to these joints, you got to take that risk, I suppose. So
there you go. There's a question for you on the screen, mate.
Oh, what do we got? Hey, Rob, not used the fishing gear yet. Oh, come on. What are you doing? I was hoping you would have caught dinner by now. No, so Jacqueline there won the fishing gear on the prize giveaway that I did last week, 2 weeks ago now. Finally got everything posted out to all the winners and all that sort of stuff, and she won the fishing gear, which was really, really cool. So hopefully you get some fish. I can't catch any, so it's better off in someone else's hands than mine. I don't know how are you Ed, at catching fish?
I'm not bad, actually. They don't tell anybody. I always tell people, I can't catch a fish. Throw it out there, bang, whoa, it's a monster. Even if it's this big, mate, she's just huge,
It's huge. Yeah, mate.
I hold it really close to the camera saying, look, that's a big fish, mate.
Big 1 meter barra, mate.
The last fish I caught was a bloody carp on the Murray. That was a while ago.
Oh,
it was a good weekend away on the Murray, but the Murray's copped it. So there's, if you're in Victoria and you're watching, you can head up to the Murray now. A lot of the stuff's open now. And the 780, that motorboat race they have, they put it's next month. I was talking to a customer today who's got a big speedboat and she enters the 780 and all this. And it's next month. So the 780 is back on again.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Tim Bates normally goes up for that. Tim Bates from.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he goes up. He does his
Absolutely.
YouTube clip every so often on that.
Yeah. No, he's brilliant, old Tim. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Another big current affair question for you. What's my brother saying?
Dun,
He
dun,
goes
dun,
to the
dun,
fish
dun.
market. Yeah, good on you, Pat. I remember that. Funny story about my brother. Like, I'm not the shortest. I'm the thinnest in my family. That's my claim to fame. But his
Very
boys
good.
are like 7 foot tall, mate. And there's this photo of me
Right.
standing between the two boys, and they're just towering over me. So they call me Uncle Hobbit. These boys are huge. I can't. Tall,
Yeah, right.
Yeah. All right, you
I'll
ready?
tell you what, the next generation, mate, they are skyrocketing.
Oh, there's
that
something in
next
the food,
generation.
mate. It's not McDonald's, I can
Mate.
tell you. It must be the KFC because everybody likes a bit of KFC, don't they?
That's it.
Hang on. Phil's been really quiet. I know he's having a giggle. That's all right.
Phil.
Yeah,
Phil's
been
having
good.
a giggle. What?
Yeah,
what
I don't know.
Dixon Terry.
We must have said something. Oh, nothing beat. Hang on. Go back a couple. Nothing beats it. No, we've missed out.
Oh, what's Snorky put on there? Phil can play a good tune. Smell. Rob 2 and Phil can play a good tune. Smell is not too good.
I hope you're talking about Rob from Australian Camping and Four-Wheel Driving.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's who you call. I call him Rob, mate. I don't
Australian.
know. I'm not a member of the group, so I'm just calling him.
We'll have to get you in. We'll have to get you fill out an application form, mate. We'll get you in.
Oh,
Put
really?
in your deposit for the fees, and you'll be right.
You ready for your next big question?
I know
the answer to this because I've been stalking you on YouTube since I think I subscribed to you. I think you had about 50 subs at the time. I think that's when I first subscribed to you. I think. I'm not sure.
Definitely one of the early birds, mate. Absolutely.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Right off when I started the trip. Yeah, no, absolutely. You've been there pretty much from day one, mate. Yeah.
What made you start your YouTube channel?
Well, it's funny, I shared something on my personal Facebook page today, and it's not that I've forgotten about it, but when 2019, 2020, I probably don't need to remind you and any Southerners of the bushfires that came through, right?
Yeah.
So it came up today, and there's a memory thing on Facebook, and there was an empty esky group, or a movement, I guess they called it back in the day, and basically the idea was to go into all these towns that have been devastated by bushfires and take an empty esky, buy stuff from the shops there, and then help support the community get back on its feet. And so basically, I jumped in the car, and just after New Year's Eve, because you probably remember Malakuta, they all evacuated to the beach and then onto the Navy ship, and then all the rest of the whole town was pretty much obliterated. I pretty much jumped in the car, everything, all the gear I needed to go camping for a trip from Brizzy all the way down to Lakes Entrance, turned around, came up through Dubbo, Bathurst, Canberra, that road, basically the inland road, Tamworth, back to Brizzy, and it wasn't a YouTube thing at all, and I only did it off my phone, and just did a couple of clips in each town as I went through, just sort of showing the devastation. That wasn't the reason I started the channel, but it's funny because the video I put up today has my, I guess, classic tagline of "Howdy, folks," right? And I didn't even realize that was the same line that I started using in my videos as well from when I started the YouTube channel. I started the YouTube channel during Corona, like a lot of people, and basically
Corona?
bought a GoPro.
You mean the spicy flu we call it these days? Yes, mate. Don't say that magic word, COVID. We call it magic spicy flu because YouTube don't like you talking about that.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, we don't want to get shut down.
Yeah, they'll get you, mate.
Yeah, right. Okay, the spicy flu. Right, I didn't know that. Anyway, all that was happening. The world was shutting down, and I thought, bugger this. I'm going to go for a bit of a drive, and then came up with the plan. I've always wanted to go to Birdsville my whole entire life. Go up Big Red like a lot of people, and I thought, bugger it. I'd lost my job due to the spicy flu and all the rest of it, and I thought, bugger it, I'm going. And then the day before I went, I decided, I'll buy a GoPro in case I see something cool out there. And anyway, the next day, or a couple of days before that, I started packing and loading and all the rest of it, and started filming me packing it and loading it. And all of a sudden, YouTube channel was born. And I had a couple of mates that followed my journey really early on, and then people like yourself, Ed, jumped in, and it's grown into what it is now. But basically, I just went on the Outback trip, wanted to document it, had no plans on any of this or anything, and that's just how it started. Grabbed a camera and off I went. No plan. The only plan I had was my first stop, which was a Bolin at St. George. stopped there overnight, camped in a cemetery. There's a little place there at St. George, and I camped
Yeah.
next to a grave that was from like the 1840s or something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was pretty wild. And then basically just made it up as I went, and it's grown into sort of what it is now.
1 million subscribers. Oh, not quite.
Nearly.
Oh, yeah, you and me both, mate. I cracked me big, I don't know, 1460 today, so I was giving myself high five.
Very good, mate. Very good, mate. Yeah,
Right.
I tell you what, and anyone else out there, just on that, just the numbers and stuff, right? And all the other YouTubers out there, or people who don't know anything about YouTube and subscribers and all the rest of it, anyone wanting to start it, don't start it for numbers and don't get obsessed with the numbers. That's the biggest tip. I fell into that trap early on,
Same here.
and I've finally started to let it go. And because you'd wake up in the morning and you see how many more subscribers you got and all that sort of stuff, and then once I sort of I mean, hey, heck, I still check him. This thing here behind me checks it all the time for me, right? But you don't focus on it. So you learn that subscribers, right? It's not a number. It's not a it's not a number. It's a person, right? So
that's
it's
right,
someone who's interacted with you. It's a real living human being. Well, most of them are, all that sort of stuff. So it turns into more of a community, which is what it's sort of grown into now, especially, coming off the back of Buck's stuff and now meeting Buck and becoming good mates with him as well, and that sort of group. And people who have just joined in, followed along the adventures and stuff. And that's what it's about. You move on from the numbers, It's
I'm not ignoring you. I'm doing that thing that I said I had to do.
Oh, that's all right, mate. That's all right.
So
yeah, so
I'm not
all the other
ignoring you.
YouTubers out there.
I've got another computer running here, so if I get spammed, I can stop them from getting there. So you've got my full attention.
But yes, I mean,
yes,
we'd all love to have 1 million subscribers and all the rest of it. I mean, don't get me wrong, but you got to learn not to focus on it. The small channels, just let it go. Just put stuff up. It either works, it doesn't even matter. As long as you enjoy what you're doing and putting it up, that's.
But it gives you.
I'm certainly not a big channel.
You get such a buzz.
Totally,
it gives you a thumbs up, or you get, I loved your content. You go,
yeah, totally. And I used to be like that, and I still am. And then now I try to make more of a conversation and get to know whoever that person is, get to know them on a more personal level.
That's the
like
idea
here in the chat.
That's the idea of this little chat thing we've got happening. So I'm trying to interview as many YouTubers as we can, so we build up a bit of a rapport, community. People go, oh yeah, I saw you on Edge Chat, which is always a good thing. Oh, I saw you on somebody else's chat, and that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah. So it's working well.
Absolutely.
Working.
No. And everyone, I'm yet to meet one idiot, one clown. I haven't met a single fool yet, and which is kind of amazing,
Full of
well, anyone south of the border, mate. I mean, there's something wrong with all you lot.
Mexicans, we had a hot day today. Hit 30 degrees in Melbourne.
30 degrees. Yeah, I think we tapped out at 38.
38.
38 with a maximum humidity of about 900%. So,
how do you live with the humidity up there? That just kills me.
It's not good. It's not fun.
Really?
Look, it's all right. It's all right. It comes and it goes. It's only bad at night time. If you get humidity at night, it's a nightmare. Yeah.
Don't you have those things called air conditioners, or haven't they gone up north yet?
Oh yeah, you can run your air conditioner, but with inflation and everything, mate, you'd be homeless within a month. The cost of it.
Power, yeah. Isn't that great? Put solar panels on your roof. Yeah, they work great at night.
Yeah, that's right. Phil's camping and touring. What's he saying there? Yeah, it's been nearly a week since I looked at the numbers. Yeah, mate, you just got to let it go, mate. Just have fun, enjoy what you're doing, and keep cranking them out. That's what it's all about.
I figure if I don't enjoy doing it, I'm not doing it.
Yep.
And the problem is, I go out camping with mates, and I take my GoPros, have these great big plans to do these videos. It never happens because I'm too busy yakking to them and having a good time. And I go, I didn't do that video. And I get home, and the boss says, how'd you get on your videos? I go, I got one. She goes, but you had all these plans for all these other ones. I go, yeah, I know. And she goes, did you bring food home? No, dear, I ate it all when I was away.
I ate it all. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I'm exactly the same, mate. Yep. I'll go out with Phil and Australian Camping Full Drives and Terry and all the gang. And I think, this would be great for a video. And then we just end up, hanging out, chatting, talking, getting drunk, all the rest of it, and just having a good time. And the camera doesn't even come out. And half the time, that's totally fine. Like it's how it should be. You're there with people. You're not there
Hang
with a
on.
camera. You know
This is the
what I mean?
bloke I go camping with, and he's got this one here. And it's about right too. You know that, don't you?
Too busy. Yeah, look, I crack mine pretty early. I think to a surprise of quite a few people. I crack my cans pretty early. It's like
I love that comment.
Phil or someone or Rob from Australian Camping and Four Drives or something will come over and be like, "G'day, mate. Do you want some bacon?" And I'll just like, 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, no worries, mate. Get the bacon and eggs.
Yeah, the bacon at you. Talking about your cooking skills, I hear they're fairly well done. I hear you do a good, shepherd's pie.
Yeah, shepherd's pie. If you want an amazing way to make a shepherd's pie, check out the Peach Trees camping video, folks, on my channel there. Check it out. You'll learn how to cook a shepherd's pie perfectly. It is the best shepherd's pie you'll ever have.
I hear you taking lessons from the dreaded Chef Ryan from the Dreaded Chef YouTube channel. I could lie and say, yes, I spoke to him the other day, do the real estate agent thing. But yes, I didn't speak to him the other day. But it's just one of those things I thought I'd just chuck it in there. Be a politician. Yes, I was speaking to one of my subscribers the other day, and he was telling me.
We had a chat recently. Exactly recently. Right.
Yes, he's in Melbourne, Ryan. No? So that's good.
He's...
Hang on.
Chicken kebabs. Yes, now there's another great one. I'll have to do a video on that, Annie. I cooked Annie some chicken kebabs, Annie and Steve, and the majority of them came back to the kitchen to be continued to be cooked.
So food poisoning's a thing at your camp, is it? Good.
Look, it's all part of the fun when you go camping.
Look at this. Buck's gone live now. There they all go.
Buck's gone live. There we go. Yeah, that's it. It's a current affair. It's a current affair versus today tonight. That's what's going on here.
Yeah, I know. I think I know who's going to win this one. What do we got? And I hear you have some merch happening. Is that correct?
Yes. Finally, for everyone who keeps asking, we have some merch coming. I was hoping for it to be here today, but Aussie Post is now telling me Tuesday. So from Tuesday, I'll put it up on Instagram and YouTube and all the rest of it. Shirts, we got stubby coolers, we got stickers coming, hats, we got hats coming. So a little bit of variety there. Can't wait to show you all. It's obviously all going to feature the logo and things like that in it. So don't get in touch with me yet if you do want something. Just hold off until I send it all live, kind of thing, and we can get some orders going and all the rest of it. So, but yes, it's coming Tuesday. I was hoping for today to show it all off, but it didn't turn up. So, Lukey Alexander, g'day, mate. Good to see you. Rob, how many random subscribers have you met roughly? A few, actually.
That's a good question.
It's quite interesting when it happens, because you're never expecting it, or I'm going to work, or I'm just doing mundane things, fueling up the car, and people just come up but it's interesting because they come up and say g'day, and they go, "G'day, Rob, how are you?" And you go, "Yeah, good." And you think, who are you? Right? But they're people who follow yourself or, whatever. And so they've seen your videos and they've sort of, grown with you, I suppose, if you want to call it that, gotten to know you through videos. So they've got all this ammunition for a conversation at you. And you're standing there kind of like, I don't know anything about you. I don't know your name. I don't know where you're from. But it's a really interesting interaction. And you get to this point in the conversation where that person runs out of ammunition to talk about, type thing. And you kind of get to this moment and I just sort of stop and I go, "So what's your name?" And this could be 5 minutes into it because they're just constantly, "Oh, I saw that video. I wanted to do this. And how'd you do that?" And rah, 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 which is fantastic. I absolutely love it. It's a heck of a lot of fun. And meeting new people is always great as well. But it's interesting when you get to that point and there's that sort of like second or two of silence and you go, "Oh, hang on, who are you?" But no, it happens not regularly, but it happens occasionally. It's always fun. It's always good.
I was at the Dargo pub with this bloke called Nass and my mate Dave Pickle. We're sitting there. As I do, I just happened to get a refreshment. It's a pub, you get a refreshment. And I'm sitting out there having a refreshment. Bloke walks up. "G'day, Ed. How you going, mate?" Subscriber. I've met him a couple of times, and we're going up to. I sort of mentioned him when I was at the Dargo pub. Nass goes, "Is that bloke?" "Ah, just a subscriber."
just one of my fans.
You know what? Can't remember his name, but it started with M, and his name was Mate.
How good is it we live in Australia, eh? Oh,
Mate.
thank goodness.
Look at that Australian Outdoors,
Mate.
man. Look at you, buddy. What
Australian
a legend,
Outdoor, mate. How good is that? 10 big kahunas. That's unreal.
That's
That
like
is absolutely unreal.
Hang on, no, that's only 4 coffees now because they put them up 50 cents. Bloody.
You could almost buy me a coffee with that. That's
I'll tell you what, if you're ever down here, I'll buy you a coffee, mate.
Hold on to that $10 from Australian
here we go.
Outdoor Man.
I like this comment because remember I said about somebody running his live stream. He's probably postponed it because he saw me.
Oh, Buck, has he turned himself off?
Nah, he could turn himself up, mate.
Maybe his Starlink crashed.
Isn't that Starlink awesome?
Oh, it's pretty unreal. They keep launching all those satellites too. It's absolutely unreal.
Well, mates
every couple of days, 50 more satellites go up.
Mates of mine say, oh, why don't you buy one? I say, why? I'll use yours.
that's a good point. We're camping with the Motley Crew the other day, and everyone's got Starlink, and I'm like, well, why do I need it then?
What's your password, mate? You know?
Yeah, that's right. But I tell you what, when I do the solo stuff, it is very, very tempting to get myself one because you can just keep in touch for safety point of view. If you go really
absolutely
remote, it sort of negates having to need a GPS tracker and all the rest of it. Really, you could start to look at taking those sort of things out of your kit, right? And having the Starlink because it just works everywhere except one little blip in WA. There's one little circled area which I presume is
out. Don't go there. Just don't go there.
I presume that's our nuclear missiles or whatever.
It's got this inner glow, don't go there. No, well, it sort of negates sat phones and things now because, like, what is it, $100 and something a month? A sat phone can cost you that for a couple of calls because normally when I do my outback trips, I have a sat phone with me, and that can cost me $200 just for 2 weeks, and that's not even making calls, and you're getting charged per syllable.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
and where I come from, mate, syllables are expensive because we go.
That's right. Yeah, I took one out to Birdsville with me on that outback trip, and it was a mate of mine's. It was a mate's mate, if that makes sense. His phone, and I was paranoid the entire time about losing it. Like I'd be driving 300 k's out of Birdsville, and I think, oh God, where's the sat phone? And all of a sudden, I'm driving down the dirt road, put my hand around the back of the chair, just trying to feel it to make sure it's still there because I know how expensive they are. Like you don't want to lose it. That's the last thing you want to do. But having satellite would just be absolutely fantastic.
I've hit the big time, mate. I've hit the big time.
What do we got there? Mr. Buckaroo.
I've hit the big time. Matt's watching the channel. Woo, go
I haven't read the chat. Hang on, let me go back. Hang on, let me.
He's called us a bunch of diddly donks, so something's never changed then. So that's good. I've got a reputation that's got out.
I can't see any on here.
Oh, so I put them on the screen, mate. Look on the screen.
Oh, right. No, you're saying Roz, did Roz put something up? I don't know. I can't see it. G'day, Roz. G'day, Buck. How are you, mate? I hope the travels are going well.
Oh, there we go. He's even done this one. Look at that. G'day, Ed. Right.
Rosie, Savvy, that was right at the top, wasn't it?
I don't know. I can't keep up to these people. Hang on, look, it's going. The chat's going nuts. It's about a minute behind. So if we don't sort of get straight on it, it's because it's a minute. It's 60 seconds behind because we've got this delay thing happening. Because if you swear, we kick you off. If you put your channel wrong things up there, we get rid of you. You know how it is. We're just like that. All right, you ready? We're back to the big questions now. The current affairs.
Back to the questions. All right.
Audience questions. It's gone on forever, isn't it? What's your favorite? Well, actually, that's actually my question, but it's everybody else's question. What's your favorite content? What's the thing you like doing the most?
What do I like doing the most? Good info radio. Yeah, nice.
Oh, let's go. All right, sorry. Back to the question.
Mate, that's all right. What do I like doing the most? That's interesting because I do like doing product reviews and that sort of stuff. And I like solving problems for people who are looking at buying a bit of gear or a bit of whatever they don't know. Because a lot of the stuff I buy, I've already YouTubed it as well. So it's like, do I really want this? And you always look for people who have set things up and what's good and what's bad and all the rest of it. But my favorite kind of content to make would have to be things that, like exploring places, bringing places to people, going to places that a lot of people won't go or don't go, or they've heard it's not good, or they heard the access road's bad, or whatever. Get in there, shoot it, show off the place. If the people in the place there are lovely, I will absolutely go to town on it. Just bringing people to places they've never heard of, or if people can't go there. This is something I've learned over the last couple of years on YouTube, right? There's a lot of people who can't get to these places. They might not have a four-wheel drive, or there's some other restriction, or they're stuck at home, or whatever. Who knows? Or they work 24 hours a day, basically. You know what I mean? There's a lot of them out there who just work, and that's great. Hats off to you, but you don't get time to get out there. So bringing these places and showcasing as much detail and depth and information on those places as I can, but still being entertaining and trying to be exciting, and all that sort of stuff, keep people intrigued and wanting to know more, of course. But finding spots like my last video there out at Harvey Bay. I just did a day trip out there and found some amazing water holes and all the rest of it. Fantastic dam. And I love the place so much. And when I really like it myself, I'll put even more effort into the video because I'm just passionate about it. It's like anything. You get passionate about it and you just want to show it off, and places like that, places like the waterhole, or going out to Birdsville or Big Red, or camping next to a graveyard like I did in Bolin, an almost 200-year-old bloody grave. And I'm camping right next to it in a swag, stuff like that.
Mate, did you stop snoring? I'm trying to get some rest here.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly right. Just amazing little hideaway spots. I mean, it's that I just love doing it. And the solo stuff doesn't bother me. I like doing it solo. It'd be great to have people there to hold a camera for me, but doing it solo too is a heck of a lot of fun as well. If I ever get a girlfriend and all the rest of it, then she can come along and maybe hold the camera for me.
Hang on, you're still scrolling left or scrolling right on that thing? I can't remember which way you're going at now.
Yeah, no, it's, still right, mate. Still on the hunt.
Still on the hunt. Oh, here's one for you. MK Matt's asked a question there for you.
MKM Touring. G'day, mate. What is one product you would recommend after using it, and one product you'll never use again? Whoa, that's a great question.
He's camp oven.
Especially with no notice, mate. That's a great question. Thanks. One product you would recommend. The mat, that X-Ped mat. Anyone who's after a camping mat, go get one. That's phenomenal. There's other products I'd recommend, but on the top of my head, that mat is unreal. Not sleeping wise, probably. I don't know. I just have to stick with the mat because I don't want to spend too long thinking about it. What one product will you never use again? One product
camp
I'll
oven?
Never use again.
You've got to watch that video. I'm going to put the link somewhere in the description.
Yeah, you're going to have to, I think, mate. That was. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I really need Ryan, the dreaded chef, to sort me out on that. I am
talking about Ryan.
Oh, there he is. G'day, Ryan. Good to see you on here, mate. Kit I'll never use again. No, I use mostly just about everything I've bought still. I don't know.
I've got one thing, the King single swag, biggest piece of crap I've bought yet. I bought it from a nephew, slept in it once, and I can't wait to give it away to somebody I don't like. You want it?
Yeah. Well, I've got the Big Daddy Deluxe.
I'll tell you what, they've redone the Big Daddy Deluxe now. They've got a new pole for the centre. My nephew's got, and we had two of them on the weekend, and one of the nephews had the older one, and the other nephew had the newer one. And talking about that bloke called Mr. Buck, because everybody got on the bungee cords or hockey straps. We didn't need it on the new one, but on the old one we still did. So they've sort of done an upgrade. I know. Yeah,
okay. Well, good. They've finally listened to the people. But they've also changed the canvas on the new ones. So the original Big Daddy Deluxe, which is what I've got from years ago now, the actual canvas and make of it was pretty good. It was a solid unit, right? Yeah, it had the sagging issue and all the rest of it, but the canvas and that was fantastic. The latest ones that I've seen here at the local supercenter, the canvas has the stitching crosses so close to each other which tells me that the canvas isn't that strong, and you really need to waterproof it. You really need to put a coating on it because the small little squares, there's so much stitch there for water to leak through eventually. I just don't think it breaks like it used to, and I think a lot of people are having problems with that, which is why they really get the bad rap. But on the Kings thing, that's why we're talking about it. It's perfect for beginners, right? If you don't know, you've never been camping, look, it's all, the majority of it isn't amazing, right? We all know that. But if you don't have the funds or the budget or whatever, and you just want to go camping for the weekend, get out there, give it a go, you will either really love it, you'll be okay with it, or you'll hate it, right? The people who really love it will learn extremely quick that they need to go to other stores, right? Because they don't want stuff to break or tear or whatever, right? The people who like it will be in the middle crowd. So they'll still go to Kings, they'll go to Anaconda, they'll get bits and pieces from Tent World, that sort of stuff. And the people who hate it, all their stuff's on Marketplace, right? So, but Kings is perfect for that, perfect for people who just want to get into it. But people who continue to camp with Kings gear, like the core bit of camping gear that is Kings, guys, really look at upgrading, because if you get hit by a massive storm, and I've been through a few of them on my videos and stuff, if you get hit by a big storm in Kings gear, the gazebos and stuff, they're not gonna hold up.
The bags are made of really good quality too. The Kings bag, I've already replaced 3.
You need to get onto. Is it Crazy Dog? Crazy Dog does canvas bags and stuff like that, or Drifter.
It's just to put the awning in. It's only when my nephews go camping, they put their swags underneath it to keep the weather off them. I don't know why they're they're not teenagers. Actually, they're not teenagers anymore. They were teenagers once, and they were small boys. So you could do what you like. You could let them run free, but then they become teenagers and they become feral, and then they become adults, and they've taken after their uncle. But they know when to stop though, because Uncle Ed says, "Mate, stop." All right, that's good. And again, you've got to be as silly as a wheel every once in a while. Oh, don't. Here we go. This is one. Here's a handy hint for you.
I don't use toilet paper twice. Does that count? Well, that's a relief.
Hang on, we got Freddie Boots said a dry. No, yeah.
Dry head. G'day, Freddie. I hope you got your prize, mate. I saw your photo come through of the prize that you won. I've totally forgotten what that was now. There was too many prizes in that giveaway. Well, congratulations, everyone! If you're all tuned in, I don't know how many of you are here, but congratulations if you won a prize. Let me know if you haven't got the prize yet. No,
I didn't get me prize.
You didn't get your prize
because I didn't win one. That'll probably do it. All right, you're what were we up to? Favorite content. Ready for this one? This is a serious question. What can we do?
What can we get to AUs? Good question. Good question. No, absolutely. And when I find a good content creator, and I'm certainly not saying I'm one, but when I find a good content creator on YouTube, right, I immediately think, oh, what are they using to get that shot? How are they doing that? All that sort of stuff. So yeah, good question. What do I run? I run 2 GoPros, GoPro 8 Blacks, I think they're called, Hero Blacks or whatever. 2 GoPros. The camera I'm using at the moment is a Sony mirrorless camera with a detachable lenses and all that sort of stuff. I've only got 2 lenses. This lens, which is like the stock lens that you get from the shop, and a wide angle lens, which I haven't really used yet. But it's good for like this sort of shot to get a wide lot of it's to get a huge field of view, what they call field of view in the background to pick up all the background. And it sort of it blurs out the background really well, the other lens and that sort of stuff, to give you that nice depth of field. What else do I use? My phone, obviously. I got what have I got? A Samsung S22 Ultra 5G, blah blah blah. Call the aliens on it or whatever. All the bells and whistles on that stupid thing. And that's really it. Dash cam. Sometimes I'll grab dash cam video if a kangaroo jumps across in front of me or whatever and all that sort of stuff. Like I said, I do everything solo, just about everything solo. So I've got to be ready to go really, really fast, really, really quick. So I've got one GoPro mounted in the car full time, another GoPro mounted on basically just a selfie stick, the GoPro fold-out selfie stick thing to stick out the window or to jump out and quickly grab something, or if I'm going past an old building or something, I want to jump out and grab it or whatever, do a little talk on it, quickly grab ready to go. Oh, I've got the drone as well. I've got a
drone.
Mavic Air, Mavic Air 2. Mavic Air 2? Mavic Air 2. And that's got its own little carry bag and everything. So all the GoPro and the main camera goes into one bag with the batteries and all the rest of it, and the drone in the other one. And 12-volt car chargers. Invest in them, people, if you're going to make content on the road and you don't have a caravan or anything like that with 240-volt. Get the 12-volt chargers for your devices. They're a little bit exy, but they're worth it. They're absolutely worth it. That way, you can, when you drive into your next camp, you can charge all your stuff up and all the rest of it. So I find that better than getting extra batteries, because batteries you've got to pull the whole thing apart if it's in a cave.
Yeah, you've lost the shot.
It's too hard. Yeah. Like you see an eagle on the side of the road, you want that camera ready to go. You just got to have it, ready to rock and roll. Yeah, like kangaroos, all the rest of it. Like
kangaroo got him.
Yeah, that's right. I just like to have it ready to go. Like even the drone, when I go camping and I'm filming, I'm in that mode, right? Like I don't just have these cameras sitting on the front seat driving to work. It's only when I'm on a trip or whatever. When I'm in the zone for, all right, I want to make a clip on the water holes that I did 2 days ago. That sort of stuff that I just put up. I'm in the zone to film and to whatever. So I'm constantly looking for angles, looking for cool shots to set a camera up, to get a cool look of the car or whatever, whatever it might be. Which is easier to do when you're solo, because you don't feel as though you're holding up your mates or your friends or your family or whatever to try and get a shot.
Hang on, I'm taking a minute. Got to get the vanilla slice from the shop. Hey guys and girls, vanilla slice,
Well, that's true. Like I don't get shy in going into a shop. I'll always ask a shop owner or a property owner if I can do whatever it is I want to do. But if there's public around at the pie shop or whatever it might be, I don't care. It's a hard barrier to cross, and I'm sure a lot of people out there are like that. It's a hard barrier to cross, to hold the big selfie stick up and have the camera pointed at you, and there's kids running around and families and whatever. Everyone's looking at you like, who's this idiot? You just ignore them and you just focus on the camera, and you're only doing a 4 or 5, maybe 10-second piece to the camera usually. The moment's gone and everyone's forgotten about it 5 minutes later. So,
only the star.
You've got the shot that you wanted.
Only the star can look at the camera.
Only the star.
Here you go. Here's one from Terry G.
Terry, g'day, mate. What editing program do you use? I use DaVinci Resolve. In the Outback trip, my very first YouTube clips, whatever, I was literally on an iPad transferring from one GoPro. I didn't have a drone. One GoPro. I had a mate's drone, sorry, but transferring from one GoPro to an iPad in the swag under a tree in the middle of the night, out in the middle of nowhere in the desert, editing a video together using iMovie on the iPad, and I would then get to the next town, Birdsville, Baduri, wherever I was, and upload that clip, right, or 1 or 2 clips. But editing that way in a King's Big Daddy Deluxe, mate, is it's a mission. Trying to do that every single night and then film all day, moving from town to town in the Outback was a mission. But nowadays I use a MacBook Pro. It's about 10 years old, this MacBook Pro. I'm using it right now. And DaVinci Resolve. It really, really struggles sometimes when I start doing those effects and things that you might see on some of my videos, or overlays, what we call overlays, which is text on the video and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, that's fancy.
It really starts to struggle and heat up, and the fans start going, and you think you're going to take off to the moon or something. But it seems to do the job for now. So I need a new MacBook Pro. If Apple's out there, you want to sponsor me one, get in touch.
Yeah, thanks, Apple. I bought all your products. How about giving me one for nothing? That'd be pretty cool. Have you got stuff for nothing? I set up my YouTube channel because I just want to be cool. No, I actually set up. Me and Nas set up our channel at the same time. He's been going a bit longer than I had, and I said to Nas, I want some free shit. I reckon we did this YouTube. People send us stuff, and you know what? Everything I've been sent is shit. I've had 5 pits, crap, buckle up. And the doorstep worked all right, but all the free stuff I've got, it's just bloody rubbish, I'm thinking to myself, now somebody sends me free stuff, I'm not going to do a video on it. I'm just going to use it. Nah. Yeah. Or give it away as a giveaway. Or give it away, It's just mad.
I've only ever been sent, as a product, the Power Plus throttle controller, right? Everything else I've brought. Now, a lot of people think I've got an affiliate link with Raxbrax, right? A Brizzy-based company here. They're fantastic. Everyone thinks that they give me products and stuff. I've bought everything. And they just approached me one day and said, "Oh, do you want a discount code to go on the website? People are watching your video, whatever." I was like, "Yeah, sure, no worries." I paid for everything though, and I still do. You know, I haven't been sent diddly squat.
I think it's easy if you pay for it in your own money and it's not good. You can say it's rubbish.
Oh,
you know, you can be honest with people rather than, I know it's nice to take the money and I wouldn't know yet. One day we'll get the stuff, you know, and you don't want to be just turn around and say, oh, you know, I've got, you know, Joe Blow's Jack. Oh no, that is a good product. Now I highly recommend Jack Daniel's single barrel for live stream. But you know what I mean? But you want to be honest with people because people see through BS regardless. They'll go, mate, you're full of it. And you go,
it's passion. It's the passion that comes through the camera, mate. And you can see it when people don't have it and they're faking it. It's clear as day. But when someone's really passionate about a product, mate, you can just see it and they're believable.
That's it. That's what I got. It was
a life do fire pit.
It was garbage. It buckled and burnt. It was just crap. Would I buy one? No, I got it for free, so I used it. It was rubbish. You're not wrong, mate. It was absolute. You want one? I got one in the garage for free. If you want one,
I've never heard of them. Oh wow!
Good. Do you want mine? I'll send it to you for a review.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Again. No, actually, I got a crap. I shouldn't say. Yeah, I got a King's fire pit, the old one that goes like that. It's fantastic. It served me so well. It served me, and then I got the new King's fire pit. I actually love it. It's a brilliant product. I paid for it, but I couldn't afford a what are the expensive ones? Snow Peak.
Snow Peak, yeah,
they're up there. Same. Yep. Everybody's ripped off Snow Peak. I'm sorry if you're out there, you don't. They've all ripped off the same, but they're all the same. Like Travel Buddy, poor Travel Buddy bloke up in Bendigo, you know. He makes his little Travel Buddy ovens, and everybody's ripped him off. So, but hey, that's a different subject. That's I think this guy here, Trevor knows the whole story behind it. So, it's a shame. But what do you do, mate? You got that brand that I don't want to mention brands in case they want to sponsor us one day.
You big chicken, chicken head. Throw yourself under the bus, mate. Go on.
King bought one out. Kick-Ass bought one out. Somebody else, the Big Bertha bought one out, and they're all hanging it on the original one. I've got the original one. I've had it for 9 years now. People say, "Oh, you know, they're too expensive." 9 years, the wiring's crap. I don't know. I bought it 9 years ago, and it's just cacked itself recently. So I literally emailed the bloke last weekend. The switch is broken, mate. What can I do? And he sent me down a set of instructions about, I don't know, let's say that long of how to fix the switch. And he's going to send me the parts. You try doing that with these other brands. I'm sorry, but that's my little bugbear. I love my Travel Buddy and I support Australian made and all the rest of it. It's just something I do. Totally. And it costs a bit more at the end of the day. You know, you don't get the stuff for nothing. That's me. I'm done.
That's true.
No, I'm not. Got me on a tangent now. You shouldn't have done that.
Got you on a high horse now, mate.
Oh, good my mother truckers. All right, here we go. What's coming up for the channel? What exciting things we've got to look forward to at The Wanderer?
Work depending, of course, like everybody in the world. Cape York, which I hinted at.
We had a chat
on my live stream the other night. Yeah, on the prize giveaway thing. Cape York is coming up. And with any luck, this time next year or late this year, if that makes sense, the High Country, mate, coming down to your neck of the woods. If I can't get to the High Country, it'll be Barrington Tops in New South Wales. So
no, don't go there. Come down here. I'll shout you a beer or free at the pub.
Well, you already owe me a coffee, so yeah. But yeah, so it'll either be Barrington Tops or High Country. So I'll be bringing everyone along with me. So cameras will be in, all the rest of it, mate. Should be an epic trip. The Dreaded Chef. Let it out, Ed. That's right. Talking Fish Therapies. That's a great name.
Hey, Ed. Hey, how did you get Uncle Ed on YouTube? On the TV, Heidi. Depends on which Heidi this is, because I know two Heidis. I've got a big Heidi and one of my favorite little subscribers, a little Heidi. Heidi's about, I think she's about 3 or 4.
Oh, that's cool, mate.
Yeah. Got to have me. Got to have your little subscribers and your big ones too.
That's exactly right.
So you reckon you're going to get down here, do you, to lovely Vic?
Yeah. So Cape York first, and
Yep.
Dreaded Chef, mate. I'll be in touch because I'll cook you up a feed, mate. I'll impress you with my cooking.
Sorry.
It's well done or well done. So I hope you like it well done.
Well, it sort of worked out. Myself and young Rob here, we were having a chat the other night doing the rehearsals because we do that on YouTube because we all rehearse our content. And
we're professionals.
Sort of hoping I'm getting up. I'm going to Cape York next year, so I'm trying to hope that I can, on the way up or on the way down, bump into a lot of the blokes in Queensland and catch up for a beer, even if it's just hello, goodbye. We keep going home now.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, hopefully we can tee up some dates there, mate, and make it work.
Tee up some dates.
Heck of a lot of fun,
mate.
Yeah.
The only way you tee up a date, mate. Remember, left, right. So you're using that Tinder or that other grinder one? Which one are you using?
No, hey, that's that Tinder, mate. Tinder.
Tinder.
There's so many out there. They're all the same, mate.
Hang on.
All the same.
I'll just get back to the question. So, Rob, what is your favourite dating app?
Well, they're all pretty bloody hopeless. So none of them really. I can't stand them. I don't know. I guess I'm a bit old school. I prefer to go up and talk to someone. The dating scene. If all single people out there would be able to agree, it's just an absolute nightmare. And then you throw in all these apps, and it's horrible for society. It's not good in my opinion. But
I wouldn't know, mate. I've been married for 35 years. It doesn't matter anymore.
The main thing is you get that number right, Ed. You got to keep getting that number right.
I know she's probably watched it down here on the TV, the date, and she comes smack me in the back of the head going, "You got it wrong. It's been 37 years or something." But you didn't notice at the beginning of live stream, she brought me up my cup. Oh, my glass with ice in it.
Yes.
She's champion that, Mrs. Amine. She's done well. Have I ran out of questions yet? Latest video, we done that one, did we not?
The what? Sorry,
video? Your latest video. We chatted about your
latest video. Yeah, that was one guy waterhole.
That was a terrible video.
Oh.
I want to know why? Because I want to go now, and it's too bloody far to drive.
Yeah, it's a fantastic little spot, and anyone who's seen it hopefully agrees. I was in two minds about going there, but I thought, bugger it, we'll go, and off I went. So check it out, folks. Wongai Waterhole and Lake Lenthal or Lenthal's Dam. The Lenthal's Dam is phenomenal. I really want to camp there. It's not your standard dam as far as I'm concerned. There's a ranger on site full time, 24 hours a day, and the place is immaculate. The showers, the toilets, the day use area, the whole lot. I mean, so it's only a 2-night maximum stay there though, which is a little bit disappointing because it's the kind of place where you could camp for a week quite easily. But I guess, I don't know, keeps turnover or whatever. I don't know what their reason is. And only 18 campsites, which is awesome. I went there on, I can't remember what day it was, maybe a Friday or something like that. It was Australia Day. And the place was dead as a doorknob. It was absolutely unreal.
On Australia Day?
On Australia. And I like you've seen the clip, Ed, and the waterfront and everything there at that Lenthal's Dam. If that was somewhere here, like Somerset Dam in Queensland or something like that, there'd be thousands of people there. You wouldn't be able to move. There'd be gazebos right next to each other. There'd be absolute idiots running around, carrying on like pork chops. This was dead as a doorknob, absolutely fantastic. I went up and chatted to the ranger for half an hour, and lovely bloke, all the rest of it. Like these are the places I love finding, and showing people. So, check it out. Wongai Waterhole.
It's a question on the screen for you, mate.
How old is Rob?
Gay and Carol need to know these things, mate.
I'd say guess, but I'm too scared of the numbers that would come up. 39, mate. 39. 40 this year, 40 in July. So
I tell you what, if you want two people to go camping with, and that's Gay and Carol, they are the best company. They are good company, mate. Especially Carol.
That's good, mate.
She just takes nothing from nobody, mate. Yeah, she's great. I made her eat my roast pork, so she's awesome. So she ate it.
Yeah, right.
Poor bugger, she ate it.
Looks like Dreaded Chef is off. Farewell, mate, and thanks for tuning in. Good to see you, mate. Buck's got his premiere. That's right. So he's.
Hang on, he's put it back half an hour because we're on.
Yeah. So, no, all good. I haven't done a premiere yet. A premiere on YouTube? I don't really know how that
you
works.
just put them on, mate, and they just come up like the little chat thing there, and just some of your subscribers watch it. Most of them don't.
Yeah, right.
You get the odd one. You should just do a premiere anyway. Just put it up and go, premiere video, and sit there in the chat and go, hey, it's Rob here, and nobody will answer you. Go, hello. It's a bit like
I'll do that.
It's a bit like doing a chat and nobody turns up. You go, is there
works,
anybody there?
Yeah.
Hello.
I'll give that a crack next week. I'll do one next week. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Well, we've been at it for an hour, and that's the goal is an hour.
Oh, right. Geez,
yeah, I know.
That's come around quick.
Right, that's the problem. It does. The boss, she who must be obeyed, or the Minister of War and Finances says, you might be boring people, Ed. I go, yeah, well, I'm enjoying myself, so what's it matter?
That's exactly right.
So I think we might wind it up there. Oh, hang on, Rob. We haven't done. We worked this joke out, and it's really for two people in the audience, and that's super chat time. You ready?
Oh yes, super chat.
Here we go.
Right.
Ready?
Thank you, everyone.
Time.
Oh, look at that,
mate! YouTube got to take their cut, don't they?
Yeah, that's it. 50% good, but thank you.
So we might wind it up there, guys. I think we've had a good night. I think we could go on for probably another half hour because me and Rob had a chat the other night. It was only meant to be 5 minutes and it lasted an hour and 45. So you can imagine what we spoke about. On next month's chat or interview, we have Paul from Camping Down Under. Now, Paul has a YouTube channel, obviously, and he's going to be on my chat next month on the 10th for the 3rd. And then hopefully I'm going to organise somebody who is in this chat, and his name was Rob for the month after. I don't know. I really want to interview Phil, but he scares me. He talks too much. He's worse than I am. I really want to do. I want to do Phil. I'd love to interview Ryan. Actually, I'd like to try and bump into Ryan because he's down here in Melbourne at the moment. So I've got to try and organise something.
You could do a one-on-one in the same room, mate. You could do the.
No, this is more fun because you can hang shit on you. You can't hit me.
That's true.
That's true. All right. I think we'll leave it there, guys. Thanks, Rob, for joining us on Ed's Four-Wheel Driving Camping.
Thanks for the invite, mate. It's been a hell of a lot of fun.
You're more than welcome. We'll have to do this again soonish. And then I hope everybody got something out of tonight. If you didn't ask Rob a question, that's not my problem. That's your problem. Hit him up. Like, subscribe. If you're not on Rob's channel, you're doing something wrong. If you're not on my channel, well, you wouldn't be here in the chat anyway. But yeah, hit that like and subscribe button for my mate Rob the Wanderer up in Queensland there. He's a single man looking for a woman. He's only he's on the right side of 40.
Yeah,
on the wrong side of 30.
Quick, getting quick.
Getting quick. If not, you're going to miss out. Thanks, guys, for joining us, and we'll see you in the next video. And we'll just go bye for now. And I think, Rob, if we leave studio, we can have a chat afterwards. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Right, okay.
I'll get you in the chat.
Yeah, all good.
Right, guys.
Too easy. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Love having you all here. You're all legends.
End broadcast. See what happens now. End broadcast. Boom.